What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel where we talk about tech topics in under 5 minutes, and today we're going to talk about whether or not a master's in computer science is worth it. Before we get started, I just want to put out a full disclaimer that I did not go to grad school, so my answer here may be a little biased, and take it with a grain of salt. I think it's sort of important to go over the few different reasons that someone might want to get a master's. For one, they may want to enter the education-related field, such as becoming a professor and doing research full-time. Or it could be that they're an international student who doesn't have the luxury of eventually finding a job, and they need that extra time to keep looking for full-time positions. It could also be due to something as simple as external family pressure, where there's a family member that wants you to get that master's. It could be that they believe that getting a master's translates to a higher earning potential upon graduation. Maybe they can't find a job after finishing up their undergraduate degree, and they feel like more education may improve their chances of landing a job. And last but not least, they have a genuine interest in a topic that their bachelor's program simply could not cover in depth enough. For the first point about wanting to pursue a master's in order to become something like a professor, you should just do it.
Just do it!
You're going to need that master's in order to become a professor. If you're an international student, then you know that you have a limited number of days before you have to start officially going to work or return back to school. And if that's you and you've been unable to find a job before graduating with your bachelor's, then your safe bet might just be to apply for a master's program and gain that extra time to help you find a full-time job upon graduation. You can sort of use that year or 2 years depending on the program to apply to more positions, gain some more experience, and really shore up your resume. Now, if you're debating whether or not to go to grad school because of external pressures, I generally say that it's up to you, and this video might not be that helpful for you. You alone know your personal situation best and what the right path for you is. Moving on to the points that I really wanted to talk about. So for the first point, where people want a master's so they can earn more coming out of school, I'm generally not a fan of this line of thinking because I believe that your salary is much more a function of how well you interviewed, how many competing offers that you have, versus what kind of degree that you have. I just feel like that the difference in base packages between a master's and a bachelor's offer does not warrant going to school for 1 or 2 more years and paying a lot more money for. And that difference can usually be made up by strong negotiations with your recruiter. I've seen a lot of people working at the same company where one has a bachelor's and one has a master's, and the person with the bachelor's is actually out earning the person with the master's because the person with the bachelor's understood the game of negotiation. Next, if you're considering going to grad school because you don't have a job offer lined up already and you're a little scared of the unknown and not knowing exactly what you're going to be doing next year, then first you should go check out this video over here because I was in the same boat as you. I graduated from school not knowing what I was going to do, but that video goes over exactly how I landed that job, so go check it out. I'm not really a fan of going to grad school because you can't land a job. I've talked to some hiring managers in the industry, and there's sort of like this unofficial rule, so to say, in that if they see a resume where someone jumps directly to grad school and they're unable to sort of explain why they made that jump and what exactly they wanted out of their master's, then it's pretty clear that they only did it because they couldn't find a job. Whether that's fair or not is sort of up for debate. Personally, I don't think it's very fair, but I'm guessing it's this subconscious thing that managers do, so just keep that in mind when you're making your decision. Alright, and last, if you just want to get a master's because you want more subject matter on a particular topic such as machine learning, I'm much more on the fence about this, and I could be convinced either way. On the one hand, I do see the benefit of going to school for a particular topic and coming out like a semi-expert on it and being able to find jobs in that field specifically. On the other hand, I do feel like computer science is one of those wonderful fields that self-learning is really encouraged, and it's debatable whether or not getting a master's just to learn more about a single particular topic is really worth it. Of course, we haven't addressed the huge elephant in the room, which is that grad school can be really expensive, and that expense should definitely be considered when making a decision. I don't really want to go over this point because I feel like everyone's financial situation is different. This is more of a personal decision, and you're going to have to use your own personal situation to factor into your decision making. Personally, I decided to just go straight to industry, and if I ever really wanted to get a master's in the future, then I could just join a company that would be willing to pay for it and knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. Alright guys, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, please give a like and subscribe. It really means a lot to a new channel like myself that's trying to grow. And leave a comment down below if you agreed or disagreed with anything I said today. I would love to hear from you. And stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks.